Sing him happy birthday, don't we?
Yeah.
No! So, all right, so here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Richard. Happy birthday to you. And many more.
How much more?
So Richard, of course, wants the microphone.
Richard!
This is the first time in my life that I'm without words.
Richard, too loud!
Blow out the sparklers.
So, I was going to have a real quiet celebration. But you don't have a family like mine and get around to get real early to that. I imagine most of you know, but Susan is my middle daughter.
Woohoo! That was amazing!
Where is Pamela? Yeah, but Tammy, she's shy. Pamela's my youngest daughter. And where's Laura? Oh, that's my oldest daughter. And they got me awfully nice son-in-laws. Matt is Laura's husband, of course. Kirk, who is
Bartender. Oh, bartender. Bartender.
yes, Kirk has been the bartender. He's the guy, my son-in-law from Texas.
And Rick. Daddy Rick is way over there.
Where's the?
Where's Rick? Rick is way over there.
And there's my son, Rick Palmer, Jr. And he's kind of responsible for my not running out of names. I mean, his son is Rick the Third, and then it's Rick the Fourth. So I don't know. I'm going to be around a while. I get my memory. Where's the? I missed somebody.
Matt Les?
No. Les Irvine, where are you?
Oh, he's over here.
Oh, that's one of my son-in-laws that I put up with. He knows why, because I've been kidding him for years. The only thing that I'm sad about today is that Pauline isn't with me. Because we were both looking very hungrily at celebrating our 100th birthday. And as you know, she died in an automobile accident a year and a half ago almost. But I know she was a great believer, and I know she's with me now. And I've also had a great. Get over here. Shirley Russell has been a good friend of my dog, Louise, and mine for years. And I've got a very wonderful companion to be with in many other years. Do I have to? I think that's all I need to say. Is thank you for all of you being here, and it's just real deep to leave whenever the Lord wants me to such a legacy of family and friends.
So I told Richard the other day that, well,
there'd be a microphone, Richard, if you wanted to say a few words. He said, oh no, I'm absolutely not going to say a word. See how that goes. But Susie, who is the little daughter of the Palmer girls, has always something to say. So, Susie.
I always have something to say. Okay, he wants me over here. Now, you guys, I don't know how much you know about our father, so I jotted down a few things to tell you. We thank you guys so much for coming. And the only person in here dearly is Elaine, his amazing wife for 52 years. My dad was 9 years old when his father died. And he was raised by his grandparents and lived in their home with his mom, who was kind of more like his sister, until he went to Princeton. He had an academic scholarship at Princeton, and he graduated with honors. He also went to the Juilliard School of Music and took conducting for 1 summer, which was very impressive to me. He was a vocalist. He hired vocalists in the cathedrals in New York. I don't know how well he sings at church, but he used to have a powerful voice. In fact, we'd be at church, and my sisters and I would be like, Dad, lower your voice, lower your voice. He graduated with honors from Princeton, and he became a very important member of Ohio. My mom also worked at the bank, and they were married and had us 3 girls. And in the midst of devoting his life to us, he kind of continued endeavors, various business endeavors. He started his own bank in Cleveland. He had a heavy equipment company. He owned an apartment complex and condos and a dime store and all kinds of stuff. He was smart. My dad was smart. I don't know where I got wasted on us 2 girls or whatever. Yeah, he was very smart, but he was also, he loved life. And he was kind of like a big kid. And so growing up, we always had the most fun of everything. We had the first bicycle built for 2 that I ever knew of. We had horses, we had snowmobiles, we had a monkey and chicken and a cow. We had all kinds of items that kept kids interested. We skied, we had a boat, a speedboat, but we always, as much fun as we had growing up, we always went to church every Sunday. And my dad was the choir director for the adult choir and the children's choir. And he made sure we were in church every Sunday of our life. He would walk in our bedrooms and he would do that bugle call, that and as we got older, if we didn't wake up from the bugle call, he'd go get a cold wash rag.
Oh, they told
And
me
he'd
they
put a
wouldn't.
cold wash rag on our face to make sure we got
Works for me.
Yeah, just stand
And
by.
then because we were all singing in the children's choir, we would warm up our faces all the way to church. And my dad taught us to have fun. He loved life. He always had lots of toys. But he also made us work. So if the horses needed hay, he got a truck from his equipment company. We sang songs all the way to wherever we got the hay, sang all the way back home. And if the fence needed painting, if the boat needed painting, we sanded and painted the boat.
Yeah.
So I would say that my dad taught us a very good balanced work ethic and faith and work. You fix the stuff you have. And somewhere in the midst of all these years, Mom and Dad were divorced, and Dad met Aline at our church. And I would tell you that them shared the single most important thing in their life, and that was a relationship with Jesus Christ. My dad probably came to Jesus when he was about 50, yeah, about 50 years old. But 68 years of living with him, I would tell you that he taught me, and maybe my sisters and Rick would say the same thing, he taught us everything we needed to know about living and loving and family and life. People often told me sometimes, like older sister, she'll say, you remind me so much of Dad. And I'm like, thank you. That is like the coolest compliment anybody could ever give me, is that I'm like my dad. And so the last thing I just wanted to tell my dad in closing. Geez, is that a very smart bear once said, if I live to be 100, I want to live 100 days minus one, because I never want to live a day without you. And that's how I feel for my dad. I don't want to ever live a day without him. And the Lord has blessed him with 100 wonderful years, and he especially all of you guys here. So thank you for coming. And if any of you guys want to say anything, grab the mic.
So we want to give you the authority